Hello, guys, and welcome back to Entertainment Africa and GH. It's a platform that we give people opportunities to, have their say when it comes to certain topics. And, we have a very great topic that we will be discussing today about families and relationship. And I think the question on the ground, and you also can be dropping your comments in the comment section. Let us know what you think and your take on this topic. The question on the ground is, in a marriage, right, or in a committed relationship, let me just say marriage for instance, because that is the parameters we can put it on. In marriage, who comes first? Your mom, your dad, your children, or your husband? Who comes first? Arrange it from first to last, and you'll be giving us why you have arranged it that way. So I think Preston is on my right, beautiful lady, and her first time of being on our platform, and she's going to be constantly on the show. So I don't know, but let's hear from her first. She's Princeton, and what do you have to say about this topic?
Hi, I'm Pristine. Pristine, tell me on TikTok. And you'll be seeing me from today and ever.
Okay. So what is your take on this topic of family? Your husband, your mom, your dad, and your kids. What is your take on that?
Okay, that's nice. Well, first of all, I'll start with a quotation in the Bible
Okay.
that said, a man should leave the family
Okay.
and stick to the wife.
Okay.
So they become one family.
One family. Okay.
So when it comes to the ranges, I think my husband comes first
Okay.
because the two of us, we started before the children.
Okay.
So after that, I'll put my children.
Okay.
Then my dad is the head of my mom.
Okay.
Then my mom.
So your husband, your kids, your father, then your mom, right?
Exactly.
So okay, let me have a say from my man right here. Let's hear what you have to say. Who are you putting first, and who are you putting last, and what are your reasons?
I think this is a very interesting question, and thank you for giving me this opportunity.
Okay.
First of all, I know a lot of people have different opinions about this topic,
Okay.
and I think everybody has a reason why they will choose which member of family
Yeah. First,
is,
second, third. Okay.
and the person would have to give us the specific reason. But on my behalf, I would say the case come first, because
Okay.
almost every decision that you make,
Mm.
you usually make for the future.
Okay.
Even at the point where you are getting married, even at the point where you are even dating, you are thinking about kids' names, the schools your kids will go to, the plans you have for all the fun you have, the
Whatever
vacations,
is the case.
exactly.
Okay.
And you have the kids, and you can't just tell me that, oh, these kids will be in the back seat.
Okay.
I understand why they might be, because she made a biblical reference to it, and I think that is brilliant.
Okay.
But I also feel like every decision a couple makes should be in the favor of their kids. And
Okay.
my mom and dad, to be fair, we have to be very, very, very fair.
So, yeah.
They've lived their lives. They took care of me.
Yeah.
I might repay the favor in certain ways, but they are not exactly my priority.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
come outside my priority for me. So, in contrary to hers, is the case first.
Okay.
Is my wife,
Uh-huh.
myself, before the extended family. Exactly.
Very selfish of that, man. I love that. I love that. For me, I think it's my wife first. My wife should be first.
Right.
The kids, because when you're talking about your family is about you, your wife, and your kids. Then your mom and dad comes last. But I'm asking this question. I was thinking that most of you would have pointed my mom first, blah 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 blah. But I think it's quite
Difference in
brilliant.
opinion.
And yeah, difference opinion, and most people go by their feelings, and because most kids are so attached to their mom, they mostly say, oh, my mom first, blah blah blah, my dad second, my kids, blah 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 blah. So but I think you all made a very logical points and all that. It's not emotional based points. I think it's very logical.
Absolutely
and
not.
especially coming from the female. I'm so shocked. I'm so shocked, because I was thinking that she was going to make an emotional point that, oh, my kids first, my mom second, and my dad, and blah blah blah. But I think I'll pretty much agree with both of you, because
Pristine
your
Bepe
points that
romance,
you've made. Yeah, because the point you made of your kids and them being the priority and all that is very accurate. And she also mentioning from the biblical standpoint,
point of
it's
view,
also,
I absolutely agree with that
So I
too.
think both of you made a very good or very great point. And for me, it's going to be my wife, my kids, then my dad, then my mom last. That's how it's just going to be. It's not because of maybe I love my dad more or I love my mom.
But then
less
this
or something
reminds
like
me
that.
of the age-old question they always ask. There's this scenario they give to everybody.
Yeah.
If you ever see your husband and your kids drowning,
Yeah.
you have the ability to save just one.
Yeah.
Who are you going to save?
Being a female,
Christine.
who are you going to save?
I'll
you
save
have
my
the ability
kids.
to save one. The kids.
Yes.
Christine has
Who are
just
you?
agreed
I
with
have
me. Let's end this conversation. She
Okay.
has agreed
So,
with
but-
me.
but-
No. This is a different case. This is a different case.
I'm coming to you.
No, I understand.
I'm
Yeah.
coming to you. Being a man,
Right.
your wife is drowning, your kids are also drowning. You have the opportunity to save one section of it. So is it that you are going to, save your parents? Your kids or your wife? Who
Moderator, are you
save?
going to just leave it there? At which point are we at in this marriage?
Let's say you've been
First
married
few
for
years.
no, you've been married for let's say 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, 10 years.
More kids
Let's
can
say something
come.
like that. Like you have like 3 kids. So let's take it like you have
Yeah,
3
yeah.
kids.
So
More
yeah.
kids can come, so
I
I'll
would
save
agree,
my
I would
husband.
agree with Pristine on that. More
Yeah.
kids can come if we are in the first few years of our marriage. If we celebrated our 20th anniversary, please, my wife, you are dying.
No,
Please.
but one
Please,
thing,
you are passing away.
but you know something.
And
One
if
thing-
you don't toss our kids to me so that I save them first, then you're a bad mother, please. I'm
But-
telling you.
yes, but one thing I will say is my wife first.
Right.
And there is a reason to that. It's not because me choosing my wife does not necessarily mean it's because I love her so much or blah blah blah. I'm not married.
So
I'm just,
give us the
it's
logical reason
hypothetical.
then.
The reason why I said you have to save your wife first is when your in-law, that's your dad, your
Right.
father-in-law, happen to hand over his daughter to you as a wife to you. That's a responsibility he has handed over to you, right? So
Amazing.
her protection,
Good
her
point.
provisioning and everything is on you. So if something have to happen to someone's daughter that he handed over to you, I think your ass will be in trouble.
Yeah,
and
you'll be
part
hold
of the reason why
responsible.
I always complain to women that say I want to go out and their boyfriend will tell them you can't go out and they see it to be a problem is this. When your dad hand you over to your man, right, it means that's responsibility, protection and provisioning. Part of protection is me being able, okay, you tell me you are going to SAG or you are going to, Vienna City or something like that. Then I say, okay, I'm not going to be there. So what if there is a fight? I'm not going to be there to be able to protect you or something. So if someone happened to, stab you with a bottle, broken bottle or a knife or something like that, your dad is coming after me because I haven't protect you. I neglected my responsibility.
Right.
So I think leaning towards your wife is the best you can do because your kids, though they are yours, but nobody can hold you responsible for your kids dying. Though you have to protect them, but like I said, when they hand something over to you, asking you have to protect and provide for that, and I'm not
You
saying
have an
females are
obligation.
things, but it's an obligation that they've put in on you. So regardless of whether or not your kids, they are the future, you still have to consider the fact that someone handed over something precious into your hands that you should protect and provide. So that's what my take is.
Pristine, what's your
And do
addition
you
to that
disagree
point?
or do you agree or disagree to it?
Yeah,
Let
I
me
want
from you
to
guys.
hear her point of view first.
Well, thinking of that,
Right.
I think
All that into consideration.
yes, exactly, and that's the right thing to do. It's not like I'm trying to be partial, but then if anything happens to your wife, the whole family will come after you.
Yeah.
Yes, that's it. But then I think your children, you have the right over them. You decide who to judge you or who not to judge you when it
Yeah.
comes to your kids,
Yeah.
and you decide how to train them
Yeah.
and how not to.
Yeah.
When even though the society will contribute,
Yeah.
but you have the majority impact
Yeah.
on them. So I think what you said, yeah, it's valid.
Yeah.
But doesn't time affect that though? And here I agree with you. I totally agree with you. But I want to play devil's advocate for
Okay.
a few seconds.
Okay.
It's 2025.
Okay.
a lot of ideas have changed.
Okay.
The man is not the classic protector that he once was.
Yeah.
We are still protecting, we are still providing, but we are demanded to provide in a certain, a tiny bit different way these days. And I feel like that also changes a lot. Or do you think that does not change? I want to hear the opinion, Roy. Yeah.
For me, I don't think it has changed. The standard or the measurement for men is still the same way. You know, whatever you are supposed to do as a man, gone are the days, is still what you are expected to do. Provision and protection. If something should happen to your wife, you best believe that your wife, family are coming after you.
Exactly.
And gone are the days, it was like that. For women, now they are able to have certain standards that, I mean, it's just crazy. If you are not a man of substance, if you are not a man that can really stand on your grounds, women can have it, you know, their standards being low. Like you can easily lower their standards for them, because they can do certain things. Now you hear guys, or you see guys going into the kitchen to cook, which is not supposed to be their primary, you know, it's not supposed to be something that men should be doing. But you have women, I mean, encouraging or pushing their men to
What
go
if
into
the
kitchen.
what if
Hold
the
on.
income
Hold on.
in the household is the reverse?
Like the
situation.
the female is providing.
Exactly.
Even
think-
aside that,
Okay.
are you trying to say that the kitchen is like women are born for the kitchen?
Yeah.
I don't know how to put it.
we have gender roles, and
That's
we believe
not
in
how
them
it's
as
supposed to
Ghanaians.
be. That's not how it's supposed to be. Okay, fine. You're a woman. You're supposed to take care of your home. You're
Right.
supposed to take care of your husband,
Right.
his tummy.
Right.
Like, you understand.
Okay.
But then, on a second thought, does that mean your wife will not fall sick? Or maybe have emergency travel? It's not that it's
listen,
ladies that are supposed to
listen.
be in the kitchen, or women that are supposed to be in the kitchen alone.
Okay.
You need to.
No, what I'm saying is,
I think you
I'm-
touched on the exceptions.
I'm talking
rather
about
than
you are going
norm.
to the extreme, you know, situation to
She's
make
sick,
a point.
of course.
Okay.
She's sick.
We understand.
If you cannot cook, me for instance, if you are my wife and you are sick, you best believe that I can't cook nothing. So you best believe that you are getting food from the restaurant, whatever the case is.
Right.
So I don't know how to even cook gari, call a bar. I don't know how to cook bengu rice. I don't know how to do it, because I was not taught how to. You know, I was taught how to be a masculine man, to be a provider and a protector. That's what I was taught. So rightfully so. And so if you are my wife and you are sick and you're expecting me to go into the kitchen and prepare something, what is the difference between me ordering food from restaurant for you and
But
me
hold on.
preparing?
Sorry. But then, let's say one way or the other,
Right.
your wife decided to teach you some basic things.
I wouldn't.
Don't worry, we'll show you in the other way. Not harsh. We won't be harsh on you.
Okay.
Just that we would like you to know
You
some
still show us
basic
how you
things.
show us.
Don't worry,
Show
when we
us how
get there
show
to you
us.
know.
Will it be a hand on the head? Will it be you dragging
When we
me to
get
the
there
kitchen?
to cross the river.
No, we have to understand. This is all hypothetical. So paint a picture for us.
Yeah.
You see,
The husband is watching his favorite team play on a weekend.
Okay.
okay.
It's Saturday afternoon.
Yeah.
All right.
He's watching Manchester United.
Yeah.
He's
Okay.
so passionate about the football he's watching.
That's
Yeah.
fine.
Pristine, how are you going to get him to the kitchen?
So I won't try to distract him.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes. I'll time him. I know my husband very well.
What's the
And I
timing
know
like?
the time that he'll be free and he will be
Half time.
vulnerable to do some things, extra things. That's when I'll catch him, you know.
You can't make this shit up. She's trying to
It's
use
beautiful.
emotional
No.
manipulation.
It's
I'm
beautiful.
coming.
No, this is
I'm just
this
catching
is
off guard. She wants to use emotional
is
tactics.
no. It's
She's
not about
saying-
that.
I'm coming. She's
to
saying
to switch gender
she
roles.
knows, yes, to switch gender roles. She say she know when her husband will be vulnerable and all these things.
Exactly.
And we know what time it is. We know what she really mean. So what I'm saying here is this. I think we as human beings, we should stick to our gender roles. If you need help, I can help. But it
Okay.
should not be like it's mandatory that, okay,
No,
a
not
woman
at
as a
all.
woman, you have to contribute to, you know, the bills that are supposed to be paid at home, or I have to come to the kitchen to, you know, have a hand in you preparing food. It's like we have to. The reason why marriages are not working right now is the fact that we don't want to stick to gender roles, and those things, especially men are just naturally like that, and nothing can change them regardless of the technology that will come. Men will always remain men. Our biology don't change. Men find, like, we will go to carry cement bags that are more heavier and we will enjoy that than being in the kitchen. That's how we are built. We are built for those things. Women, in the other hand, if you tell a woman to go and carry cement bags,
I'll correct you. I'll correct you and say you need to insert responsible men.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm talking of
And
responsible.
it's not all men.
Sorry, I got you. Thank you for correcting me that way. And most people watching, I think maybe they
would generalize it and think it's
men that are bums and blah blah blah. Fine, that's fine. We have men that are bums, but when we are talking about men and women in this platform, on this very
we are
platform,
talking about responsible,
masculine, feminine women and masculine men. Women that are going to be traditional and men that are going to be traditional.
Okay.
What is a traditional man? A traditional man is a provider male, a protector, and someone that loves and care about his family. Who is a feminine female? A feminine female is a woman that is, I basically call them FBI, feminine, beautiful, inspirational. They're feminine, beautiful, inspirational, and like to get like easy to get along. They are not pain in their ass. When they see you that you want to be left alone, they will leave you alone. Those are feminine women. They study their men very well and know that, okay, at this moment my man don't want distraction or something like that.
Right.
So when we are sitting here talking about men and women, we are not talking about people that are awkward human beings, people that are snowflakes or something like that. That's not what we mean.
Exactly.
We're talking about real men that really mean business, that really think about family, that really think about building society. That's what we're here talking about. So I'm talking of, I know you as a person, I know myself, you know me as a person,
yes.
and we know our fathers,
right,
who they are, being providers and all these things. So we've learned so much from them that as a man,
absolutely,
regardless of the situation, you don't have excuse. You have to always be a provider, masculine man, regardless of the situation.
Pristine.
And we've seen it all played out with our parents.
Should the man be the highest earner in the household?
Well, it depends.
No, bullshit.
It depends. It depends. Okay.
Expand on that for us.
Let me take this thing kind of personal. Okay.
Right.
I'm a graduate.
Okay.
Right.
I work and I earn monthly salary.
Okay.
Right.
I'm a beautician. I braid and I get small money.
Multiple streams of income.
I own petty business that bring more money.
Okay.
So let's say, okay, my husband is a government worker.
Okay.
That maybe what I am earning at the government sector
Right.
is the same amount or maybe a bit higher than what I am earning. But because of my other side businesses, I earn more than I shouldn't expect him to put in much than I do.
But
that doesn't make him less of a human.
I have to reframe the question for her. Will you want to be with a man that is earning in your earning brackets? Like, let's say you are a nurse and you have a man that is also a nurse. You are both going to be making 4,000 Ghana cedis. Be honest, be realistic with us here.
Okay.
Are you going to pay attention, like want to take that guy serious to be your husband? Are you going to do it or not?
Well, I believe in future and I believe things change.
No, you are working in the government. The government things don't change that much. When you
still,
are working
they
in
still
business,
increase. Okay, let's say you are working as a nurse, and then you
He's
further
still
your
working as a
education
nurse.
as you are working. You are still. You understand
further
what
education.
exactly?
The
So
same way the female can
definitely.
further her education. So I'm just saying. There is the reason why I use that a line is the fact that women can really always be honest about the things. Women, under normal circumstances, they cannot date guys that they are equally earning with. Like they just can't. They can't give you that respect.
Well,
Because-
hold on. Personally,
Okay.
like I'm being sincere.
Right.
When I'm earning the same amount with my boyfriend, I'm not yet married, so with my boyfriend, I don't think it should be a problem. But then, that is because he's not stingy. I don't know how to put it. Like
We are
we are earning the same amount, but then you don't make it seems like since we are earning same, we should contribute equal.
So as much
Or
as
maybe I should bring more.
That's very interesting.
that
like-
is very, very interesting for
Yes,
real. You saying you are making the same income, but he still should contribute greater. So that's
not all the time.
No, that still
You have
prove my
pocket
point
now.
that
You
women-
know.
yeah, means that still prove my point that women can't date the men that they are equally making their financial brackets with. They just can't.
Actually, that will make you.
What would your money go into? What would your money
More
go
money.
into?
Well,
Well,
A lot.
whenever anybody says,
I
ladies
can
and
support
gentlemen,
you
whenever
when the need arises. Okay. That doesn't mean say I should be doing it always.
Yeah. But let's
Yes.
say you are
But
just
aside
making, both
that-
of you are making 4,000 Ghana cedis.
That's what he's
Why
saying.
can't you guys
You're
say,
both
okay,
making 4,000 cities, and he's the one spending all his money, so he's
Yes.
always going to need your
if
help.
we are all earning 4,000,
Right.
and we have a joint account, I should be bringing like.
Wait, that's another
Actually-
interesting one.
I should be
we
bringing
don't want
like.
to talk about joint account.
No,
Okay,
hold on.
okay,
I want
okay,
to
okay,
make
okay.
something
It's a
clear.
subject for another
No,
day.
I want to make
Yeah,
something
it's-
clear
that's
here. I want to
another
make a
interesting
point.
subject.
I want to make a point.
Right.
You should be bringing like 1,005. Whilst me, I'm bringing like roughly 700 to 900.
You can't make this shit
Yours,
up.
mine shouldn't be higher than yours.
See, I
But
always-
he doesn't
Because-
have that choice
because
though.
you are
He
the
doesn't
head
have
of the
that- he
house.
doesn't have that,
You are the
liberty.
head of the house.
Because
You
whenever
are supposed to
there's
take care of me.
something wrong in the house, he has to pull that money
Yeah.
out of.
See, there is
Then,
one thing that is always interesting to me. If you're a guy, I will tell you basically, do not date a lady that is making money in your financial bracket. Do not take her.
Why?
Why?
I mean, yes, and I'll explain this.
Right.
Let's say, for instance, you are a teacher and your salary is 2,500 Ghana cedis, and she's also a teacher and she's making 2,500 Ghana cedis. You best believe that when she go to work and come home and you want to touch her, 9 out of 10 times she'll tell you, I'm tired, I've been to work and blah, 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 I'm tired.
That's
And her
as-
money
that's
she's making-
assumptions though.
No,
I don't
most
disagree.
likely, women, we were bringing in guys
Right.
that are married. Guys are living in sexless marriages, especially guys that doesn't have it together, that doesn't have money. Most guys are living, when the woman wants you to come, that is when you come. If you want to come, you don't come when you want to come. That is
But
one thing. I'm coming.
This thing should
So,
be
I'm
the
coming.
red flag in your
Let-
relationship
let
before
him
you
finish
even
his
get
point.
married. You are supposed to figure out
women
all
are
these
looking-
things
Let him
before
finish
you
his
get
point.
married.
You have to understand that when women are looking for marriage, the way they behave and when they get the ring are always two different things. This
They
is
are
one thing
not.
that you don't understand about it.
They are not. Okay, she
100%.
might be doing it, but not
She's
that
doing it so that
obvious.
you marry her.
She
She'll
must
do
be
whatever
doing it,
she
but
do
not
to
that
please you to marry
obvious.
her.
But immediately, like these things, you see them, just that you feel like okay, you are in love. So maybe as time goes on, these things they come like naturally. You see it, but then it happens to ladies too. You be seeing the guy
let's
being
make it
some
into
way.
let's make it into what do you think the percentage is?
Well, actually, for me, it should be
With the
60,
point he
40.
was talking about, how many women do you think would behave in
Good way.
a
1%.
humble,
1%.
submissive
Don't
manner
stress
to-
yourself. 1%. I know, and I'm
So-
part
so
of
you
that
do
one.
agree
That's
with
why
him?
I'm trying to defend as the one that is left out.
So, no.
Oh, so you are defending the
1%.
the very tiny
Exactly.
people
No,
We
but
have
that,
to
that's an exception.
see. You should
can't
be
make this
doing
stuff
this.
up, man. You just cannot make this up. I'm coming. I said something.
Right. I'll need Preston to finish her point.
Okay, finish.
Right.
So you see, since we are not that much, we the few, we
Right.
should make it kind of obvious to clear that doubt that all women are the same.
I know that we have fantastic women that even if she's earning
Right.
higher than you, we have Tanzania president that is a female, or as a minister that is a female, president that is a female, that still says, even till date,
Right.
her husband have never been to the restaurant to eat before. She
Yes,
makes
she
sure
still
that she
cooks.
cooks
That's the-
for the husband and
Yeah.
the president of a country. This is what we're talking about. We're not talking about a bimbo that is making 4,000 Ghana cedis or 5,000. We're talking of someone that controls the financial everything about the country, and she's still submissive to the husband, saying on the national television that she will not allow or she can't see her husband being in the kitchen. And part of the reason why I think she was elected is the fact that she's humble, respectful and all these things, and
Right.
it has manifested. But let me go back to her point that she was making. When you are sitting on a podcast like this, you have to talk about the majority. You can't talk about the minority. You're talking about 1% being that type of a perfect female or the good female that is
I
going to be
think she
submissive.
meant you can't lump all of them together.
Yes.
But
You have
yes,
to talk about the majority.
exactly.
So I'm saying on the balance of probability and
we
possibilities.
get that. We get that they are
There
good
are-
ones.
there are
Okay,
good
fine.
Women that are
Yes.
like that, but
Okay,
yeah, on the balance
fine.
of probability and people watching you, you have to talk about the majority. When you keep talking about the tiny proportion of people, you are doing the people that are watching a very big disservice because they are going to think that is reality.
Sure.
But you should be talking about the most dominant, which is supposed to be the reality.
Well,
Like Ghana, for
now that
instance,
now, now that is clarified, that was beautiful.
Yeah.
I think you are ready to adjust your points.
Yeah.
Right. So
I'm not saying
so
hands
now that we are talking about the majority. So you get his point. We are talking about the.
So if it's
like
about the
said,
majority,
exactly.
I think
most women wouldn't. So
you agree with him?
So you
exactly.
See, so now, let me
aside the
make
so
minority,
now that you've agreed with him, let me expand on that his point that he was making.
Yes, let me make this point clear.
Right.
This is why I often tell guys, if you are looking for a wife, look for a woman that you are earning more than.
Right.
Because she just said 1%. So on the balance of probability of you getting a woman that you'll be making in the same financial brackets and she'll be submissive is very low. So why don't you go in for someone that earns less? Because one thing women are good at is for a woman to submit to you, you have to offer her something before she can submit to you. Women don't submit to bumps.
Is this a hot take?
I'm not saying all. That is why I
so
said majority.
Make it specific.
No, when you are
I think Christine feels offended anytime
exactly.
you lamp
I am sitting here.
No, I think also you have to take a side step
it's
and
not about you.
Look at it
it's
from
about,
a neutral point of view.
We are not.
But I'm also going to ask you: is this a hot take? As in, do men that earn below a certain amount do they not deserve love?
They
do not deserve a good woman.
They deserve a good woman. A good woman is not a woman that is financially stable. That's
so
not
then,
a good woman. A good woman in the eyes of men. Right. And look at men that has made money. They don't go in for women that are financially, stable or something like that. They look for certain things. Men are always looking for certain qualities in women. Being feminine, not being a hoe, not being ratchet, talking anyhow, loud, respectful. These are the things that men.
If you get all of these qualities in a woman that earns more than you.
If you have this type of woman, that is what we are talking about, the 1%.
Exactly.
The 1%, you can have a woman that is like that and she's earning more than you. So that's why I said on the balance of possibilities and probability, it's possible that you can get a woman that is earning more than you, respectful, submissive, beautiful, inspirational, and all those things. You can get someone that is like that. It's just like me giving you financial advice on lottery, right? If I tell you, hey man, someone can win lottery, so take your money, go and stake lottery, and you are going to win. Is it financial sound advice that I'm giving you? Though someone can win, will you do it?
The chances are very slim.
Yeah, so because someone can get someone like that does not mean that that's the reality. So you have to lean on probability. Probability means the chance is high. So the chance being high that most women that are in that bracket making higher money are not going to, be submissive is very high. So you have to be looking for someone that is beneath you. Right. Like when it comes to finance.
Christine, do you agree?
Important.
Do you agree?
Very, very important.
Do you agree, or you don't have any opinions on that? If not, then let me give you a follow-up question. You are conflicted. I understand.
Exactly, because
you don't want all women to be lumped into. We get there's an exception.
Oh yes,
we are talking
in exception of that. Exception of that.
We made that distinction. I'm not saying 100% women that are earning more than men, and even in the first place, if a woman is earning more than you, if she don't invite you in, it is very difficult. It's highly difficult for you to even approach such a lady. Let's say this lady.
I was wondering though, when he mentioned the state, when he made a statement about the president, what was your reaction? Were you impressed? Did you think this is a woman I want to be, or did you wonder about it being actually true?
Well, I doubted it though, but
it's very accurate.
I understand you.
Because it's a national television, I think she can't lie there. Aside
why
that,
can't she?
You see,
she's not lying. The woman is very real.
she can't lie there. But then
I'm agreeing with you, but I just want to get your perspective on
whether I don't think it's 100% true.
She doesn't represent a role model for a lot of women. Is that what you're saying?
Well, see, sincerely, I don't think.
Who is the ideal role model for 80% of women? Or you said 1%, so the 99%.
Yeah, the 99%.
Who is the ideal role model? Is it Michelle Obama? Is it Ife Odo? Is it? No, you disagree. Is it Michelle Obama? Is it Oprah? Is it? I want to know what they're thinking. Is it the Tanzanian president? Which the
I can
as
answer
free
this
as
question.
I don't know.
I really want to get
Reframe the
view.
question. I think.
Would women prefer to be like this Tanzanian
The
woman
yeah.
or the
Do
modern
women generally
type of
want to grow up to be
that type
somebody
of a
like like her? I'm just asking because from the perspective of a female,
99%
would want to be that
would
person.
want to be not no 99% won't
Want to be her.
at all.
Cook
They wouldn't.
at
At all.
every
They like they
opportunity.
love soft life.
Okay.
You
Soft
see
life.
something? This is something. Even let me
In
tell
the
you
case
something.
that
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something about this Tanzanian lady issue. Women that you are even providing to, doing dishes, washing your clothes, and cooking for yourself, when you are already being a provider, they don't do the provision and they just sit at home, like housewife. They still say something like, "I'm not a slave."
how
So to have the women do say these things that I should be cooking for you all the time, watching for you. Am I your slave? Women do say these things.
or with
You
that
can't
it
make
depends on the man.
No, I'm
see,
saying, let's say for
You've
instance,
never
for me,
seen you've never seen any man that is broke and still have pride before, right?
no, they are there.
Hey.
They are there.
So with those people, you can tell them
those
that
men
you are not a
living in
slave.
reality.
But then I
With
tried
those
to touch
people,
on that, and that's why I gave you the hot take. Are those men not? Should they just stay away from marriage?
See, if
No,
you are
they
broke,
can.
you shouldn't be like, I don't know how to put it, but
Marriage
then
is about levels, right?
So
And
he
human
should-
beings, we have levels, we have class.
Right.
When you are broke, you know that you're making 2,500 Ghana cedis, 3,000 Ghana cedis.
Exactly.
That's okay. I mean, you can manage it. I mean, it's not broke, but we're talking of in the world terms. You're making 2,500 Ghana cedis.
Relatively,
I mean,
yeah.
so
yeah,
don't
bro.
go in
I'm not
for
trying to
somebody
take it on
that
my guys. I
is
have-
expecting much, like higher. I don't
No,
know.
it's not about the expectation, right? We have women that you know that most men are going after. And you are making 2,500 Ghana cedis. You don't have to be going after those type of women that you know that top tier men are going after. There are women that are going to fall in place for you, making 2,500. See, we have
one
women
hot
that even if
Sunday
you are making 1,000
afternoon.
Ghana cedis, they'll fall in line with you. But the truth is, most guys always think that I deserve a beautiful lady, blah 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 blah. When your salary, your income can't even contain that lady. So though you deserve love, but love comes in classes.
Even if that woman will go, like, if that woman will choose you
Right.
with your 2,000 Ghana cedis,
Right.
definitely she'll be looking somewhere else. Like,
Yes.
she'll be getting options.
So, hot Sunday afternoon, I'm a boat driver.
Yeah.
I pick up this fine lady. She's sitting in the back seat, and I notice she's friendly. So we start talking. I realize that she's what profession would I pick up? A lawyer.
Okay.
She earns way more than I do, but then I see we have a vibe.
Okay.
When we get to a destination, she takes my number and we start talking. Right now, I'm seeing there's a chance that this lady can.
You said you just made something clear here. You said she took your number. You did not say you
Right.
have taken her number because
Right.
you know that the class is way different. So that is reality.
I also
about
feel like
guys.
as a professional courtesy, as a boat driver, I should not be taking my passenger's number. So I decided to hold off on that. But she was interested and she took my number.
Yeah, but even a bold driver, you can be in your profession and ask for someone's number. It's fine. Love, you don't know where you meet someone that you marry, so you can be a professional boat driver or whatever the case is, and you can ask for someone's number, and that person might end up being your wife. Let me
Right.
tell you something. The
And
class
that
of
is
you knowing
that
that
is
that
what
lady
I'm
is a
touching
lawyer,
on. Right.
you knowing that that lady is a lawyer, you are not going to request for her number. But if you know that this lady is a problem, kinky seller, I'm not trying to pick it on them. I'm not trying to insult
Sharp.
them, but I'm just saying, like, someone that you know that you are way ahead.
There'll be more confidence to
Exactly.
And
But
she's beautiful.
Still, we're so
Aside-
fire.
aside that-
It's here by the day.
So that's
Aside
why I said,
that,
unless the woman
Make us
invites you in, she has
that's
to give
the
you
point.
the chance.
Exactly.
You cannot
then
approach
the
a
roles
lady
are
that...
be
Even
reversed
if you
right now.
approach
Then that
and
defeats
she
all
wants
the
to
purpose
take
of
you
everything.
in, even if you approach and she wants to take you in,
You still
It's-
afraid. Like, you're not okay.
it's on a scale, okay?
So should I
That
let her
doesn't
go
mean-
and go and find my kinky seller?
No, hold on. That
Uh-huh.
doesn't mean maybe she's just trying to play with you. Maybe I'm not
have fun with you.
Yes, yes, exactly, because there are big men there, politicians, big, like people that are after her.
They don't
but
have the
she
same
decided,
vibe we had in the.
It's not about the vibes,
but
my brother.
You understand something?
It's
you know
not
something
about the vibes.
Okay,
Something about this.
okay. We are
A lady
getting
can give
serious now. We
you
are making
a
plans
green
now.
light. A lady
You know
can give you
something?
a green light, and all of a sudden
The
she
red light.
it's like switch
You can't-
fast.
you
You
can't
can't do
make it
anything
up.
about
Let me
it.
tell you something.
So don't be. Hey,
Let me tell you something
that's a
about
prank.
these things when it comes to women. Dating women, I mean, you have to understand who you are. This is my financial bracket.
Right.
And if she's a lady that is even interested in me. And one thing you have to understand about these professional women that are making tons and tons of money.
Right.
You can look at them. I mean, say, wow, I'm here. All these type of ladies, they are making so much money.
Cool.
Maybe 15,000 this, 20,000 this is enough. As a lady, you are making that amount of money, 50,000 dollars a month. That's enough. Most guys don't make that amount of money. So what I'm trying to say is, those type of women tend to live in delusion. And I'll explain. The delusion they tend to live in is this. She is thinking that because I'm making 20,000 Ghana cedis, I deserve a guy that is making 20,000 Ghana cedis. Rightfully so. But
Right.
one thing you have to understand is men have standards. Men always have expectation on women, just like women have expectation on men.
Right.
And the expectation that men always tend to have on women, unfortunately, these women that are always having this amount of money, like they tend to always losing all those type of things. Like for instance, femininity. Those type of women are mostly not feminine. They are mostly very aggressive, disrespectful. Let's keep it real. Look at these women. I mean, I'm using our public figures because there are people that we all know and we know how they live their lives and all those things. Though we don't know their personal life, but what we've been seeing on the media and all those things. Men that are operating at that level that can wife them up wouldn't want them. They want someone that doesn't have her ass on the internet, doesn't have some bad influence on the internet. You see women like Sewame here, these type of women, I mean, a big man wouldn't want to wife up that type of woman. Though she's beautiful, I mean, look sexy, all those things, making good money. But men don't value women income just as much, especially when they are making that amount of money. That's why you see most of these women being 35 single, 40 singles. Because they are thinking that, oh, I'm making this amount of money, I deserve a guy that is also making up here. And the guy that is making up here, he don't care about a woman's finances. He's looking for beautiful, feminine, soft, inspirational, easy to be to get along. And you are also the vice versa. Though you are, because you are making that money, you think that, oh, I can always misbehave and a man will just take me. No. A man can make that money and misbehave. Most women will take him. But if you're a woman and your character is not in point or on point, you are just not going to get a top tier guy, though you are making good income. Because as me sitting here, for instance, if you're a woman and you are making 200,000, 500,000 Ghana cedis a month, and you are a lady and you are not making that amount, you are making even 1 cedi a month, and you are beautiful, you know how to talk, you are classy, your ass is not on the internet, you don't, you are not hoeing around, you best believe that I'm picking the woman that is not hoeing around and being just a natural female over the one that's making money, because I can make that money, but I cannot change that masculine, over talking kind of female into what I want a real woman to be. So I'll save myself that headache going for the brokey that is a real woman than the one that is making money and they argue with you all the time. No.
So right now we are going to circle back to the initial thing. And I'll start from Pristine. Has all this discussion has all these points that we've made changed your arrangements of your priorities in the family right now?
No.
You are still going with your husband.
Yes.
Then
you know why?
Right.
Well, with the kids, we can make more.
Right.
Yes. Even though we plan, I can still make more.
Do you think so?
Yes.
What you mean, man?
Yes. My mom gave birth to me when she was 45 years old.
Oh shit. Women are going about possibilities. It's possible that you can give birth.
But more often than not, yeah.
My mom gave birth to me when she was.
That is why we are saying that is a substructure of females that will hit 45 and still give birth. Under normal circumstances, nature shut down your window around 40, 45. So on the balance of probability that you might be able to carry a pregnancy, at 45 is very low.
It's very low.
I think you being a female, if you choose your kids, I think you are not wrong. I think you are not wrong. Though people will see it being like I'm sounding like an asshole, but that's being realist. Because your kids, I mean, they are your future. For a man, if I'm 70 years old, I can decide to let you die in the ocean, and I can still get it.
Another person to have.
23-year-old,
Hey!
25 years old, to impregnate and make my kids.
Well,
So
I
for
think
a man
I think
choosing
these have
the
all
wife
been interesting
yes,
points.
It's very interesting.
Exactly.
For a man choosing the wife, makes sense. But I think if you're a lady and you are in your 45,
Okay, hold
going,
on. Why
I
should
think
a
choosing
man
your kids-
choose the wife,
Exactly.
but the wife can't
Because of the
choose the
responsibility.
husband?
I'm not your responsibility.
Yeah, exactly. I know.
So
You
then
being my wife, you are my responsibility.
it changes. So he is trying to save you. Yes, he's saying that he's trying to save you.
Yes.
You should be trying to save
You
the
shouldn't
kid.
be trying to save me. My duty is to save, protect, and provide for you. That is my primary objective.
So I think what
in
we
the
arrived
marriage.
at is gender roles,
Yeah.
and we should appreciate them.
So
Because
yes,
men have their roles in a family, they have their roles in a marriage that they need to fulfill, and women too have their roles. But I'm
Yes.
still thinking the arrangement might differ from a lot of
And,
people.
yes.
And we would like to hear your views on that and in the comment
in the
section
comment
too.
section,
So
yeah. So, but I'm saying, the reason why, see, you were talking about traditional values and marriage having rules and men having their role in the
Right.
marriage to play, and women also having their role in the marriage to play. The reason why we have most people divorcing right now is the fact that we think that the world has been passed to the point that gender roles should not matter, or we don't have rules again like the world in 2025, and you still want to behave like you are in 1990s or something
yeah,
like
I think
that.
I touched
That is
a
the
little
problem.
on that.
That is the
Yeah.
problem that is killing most marriages.
The evolution, is this the evolution or the change? Do you think it's an evolution? An evolution would make it seem like naturally at some point this is where we'll get to.
I think it's propaganda.
It's
I don't know
propaganda.
what-
Okay,
yes, it's propaganda.
okay.
It's
So
feminist. It's the Western propaganda that is pushing.
I said what people are talking about. I have a point.
please state it.
I think what if about the arrangement?
Right.
What if you don't have kids?
You
Well,
mean the
we-
lady don't have kids? Is
No.
that what you mean?
Okay, what if in the marriage
Right.
we don't have kids?
Then you don't have anything to choose from. You just have to go in for your wife. That's that.
No, I mean me, the wife. What if you don't have kids?
Then
Who do I choose?
then just be a princess. Be a princess and let us
no, you
save
have
you.
to still go in for your
I
husband.
don't.
I mean,
Be a
just-
princess and let us save you.
Yeah. No.
Okay.
If you don't have kids and someone is drowning, you can only save one person, and the person is your husband, and you don't have kids, it's obvious that you have to just save that person,
Okay.
unless maybe that person is just always molesting you.
I
And why
think
should
I
you
think
also
I
choose a
think
guy that will
the
molest
beauty
you?
the beauty in this is the
I
individuality
wouldn't go in for that.
The reasons behind our different choices.
Yeah.
After hearing most of the points, honestly, my arrangement will change.
Yeah.
Same here, same here. I'm just being stubborn.
I'll go for the spouse now instead of the kids because you've raised some beautiful points.
Yeah.
I'm sure we'll hear some interesting things in the comments.
The
but
comments. Yeah.
Well, I've
we'll
changed
have
my
to wait and
mind.
see.
I've changed my
You've
mind.
also changed your mind. Okay.
So I think it's a
I'll
great
change my mind.
conversation.
Yeah.
I'll go in
I
for my
guess
kids.
So last remarks between the both of you and
I mean, how do you
we can
experience the
close on.
podcast? Is it, do you love it? I mean,
Well,
what
it's very
is your take on it?
interesting. I feel like I'll go in for my kids because
Make some last
my
remarks.
husband can give up on me anytime, but my kids won't give up on me.
So you don't trust men.
I trust them, but the percentage is some way best known to me, and I'll keep it to myself.
We appreciate
But
that.
I think my children will give up on me.
Your
They
children
will?
should give up on your husband.
My children won't give up
Okay,
on me,
okay.
but my
now-
husband can give up on me.
Okay.
Maybe as time goes on.
No, I think she's. I mean, choosing. If you're a female and you are choosing your kids,
It makes
in this-
absolute sense.
Yes, it makes absolute sense
Mm-hmm.
because let's say, like I said, if you are 45 going, the probability of you getting pregnant again is unreal.
Right.
So it's not just probable; it's possible because we have people that are 50 years old and they've given birth. I think Nana Mama Grant even hit around 40 something. And still gave birth or something. So it's very possible, but it's not probable. So if you're a female and you are choosing that, that's fine. And I'm not going to, curse you out or say anything because you are not choosing your man. And your responsibility is not, your man is not your responsibility. See, there are so many things that we have to unpack on this platform, but today we run out of time and we have so many things to do.
Exactly.
People have a lot to do. You know, we have so many editings and
But
all
keep
those
the
things.
conversation going
But
in the
keep
comment
the
section.
conversation going in the comment section, whether you agree with what we saying. Sometimes we don't necessarily have to always agree with each other on the things that we say. So
Of course.
we are not expecting you to agree with whatever we're saying on this platform. Me, herself, my bro here. So we are not expecting you to agree, but whatever do you think, let us know in the comment section. And like I said, what is your experience on this platform?
Well, it's very educating, and you get to say your view on things that have been packed in your mind for a long time, and you don't know how to express it.
Amazing.
Well, you think maybe what you have inside there is the right one, by listening to other opinions and
Exactly.
valid points, you get to know that you are not actually right.
Okay.
Yeah.
My bro here, what do you have to say? What do you have to say about
I think I absolutely agree with it, and
podcast?
it's just how my opinion changed from the initial stance that I took to the stance that I'm taking now. I feel like listening to the difference in opinion made it clearer what your choice should be, and I feel like going forward, this is how we are going to get our real opinions out, so to speak.
Great.
And I appreciate the opportunity too.
Great. That's our editor right there. I mean, he's a professional graphic designer. He knows so much about graphic designing. And our lady here, Princeton, is also, you know, someone that breathes a lot. She's, you know, I think she can do almost everything. Like, I don't know what
multiple streams of
do.
income,
You know,
ladies.
so
Resourceful
if you
women.
want someone to braid your hair,
21st century
you are
women.
at the UMass, University of Mines and Technology, and you're looking for someone to hold you down with your hair and all those things, she's here for you. Though she's always here, but she can get you covered on that. And my man here, graphic designing, basically he will not be working for nobody. He's going to be working for himself on this platform. So, and my name is General, and I mean, I'm mostly going to be the host. Sometimes he can be the co-host and all that, but I'm mostly going to be the host.
Right.
And we're going to be serving you with great content. And like I say, always make sure you're subscribing to our videos, and your points or whatever your view is always very important to us. Let us always know what you think in the comment section. It's very, very important. You are the fuel to the burning that we have in this studio. So if you are not watching, if you are not putting your comments or what you think we should be doing on this platform, I don't think that, I mean, what we are doing is really making sense or it's really helping. We have to know that we are actually impacting people's lives, and that's the most important thing to us. Catch you in the next video, and thanks for always staying with us. We out. Peace.